Hello, hello students. Today I would like to explain maximum shear stress theory from unit number 2, that is design of shaft keys and couplings. So in previous lecture we already discussed about how to design a shaft based on strength. Okay. So next topic is maximum shear stress theory. For maximum shear stress theory, it is mandatory that the material should be ductile. So we have equation tau max equal to under root of sigma x by 2 bracket square plus tau square. So here sigma x is nothing but normal stress. Next we have sigma x normal stress equal to bending stress equal to have equation 32 MB upon pi d cube. We know that shear stress tau is equal to 16 MT upon pi d cube, and we have to just put value of maximum shear stress theory tau max equal to into under root of sigma x by 2 bracket square plus tau square, that is 32 MB upon pi d cube by 2 square plus 16 MT upon pi d cube bracket square. You have to just evaluate this equation tau max equal to under root of 32 MB upon pi d cube 2 pi d cube bracket square plus 16 MT upon pi d cube bracket square. So here tau max, again we just evaluate the given equation tau max equal to 16 MB to the 32, that is 16 MB upon pi d cube square plus 16 MT upon pi d cube bracket square, where MB and MT here are the stress factors. Then tau max equal to 16 upon pi d cube under root of MB square plus MT square. So this tau max, this equation 1 is nothing but maximum shear stress, that is equal to 16 upon pi d cube under root of MB square plus MT square. So this equation, from this equation you can find the value of diameter of shaft, that is here 16 upon pi d cube. Here we find the value of d as a diameter. Then next, according to maximum shear stress theory, we have shear stress, yield shear stress SSY is equal to 0.5 SYT. These are the conditions for maximum shear stress theory, that is 0.5 into SYT. SYT is nothing but yield strength in shear, tensile yield strength in shear. And next, the permissible value of maximum shear stress is given by tau max equal to SSY upon Fs. SSY upon Fs means Fs is factor of safety, and we know that SSY is 0.5 into SYT. So this equation number 2 is nothing but equations 1 and 2 are used to determine the shaft diameter on the basis of maximum shear stress theory. So from these two equations, tau max equal to 16 upon pi d cube under root of MB square plus MT square and tau max equal to 0.5 SYT and Fs, from these two equations we got the value of diameter of shaft based on maximum shear stress theory. Then next point is equivalent torsional moment, that is TE. It is defined as the torsional moment which when acting alone will produce the same torsional shear stress in the shaft as under the combined action of bending moment and torsional moment. Here MB and MT are the combined action of bending moment and torsional moment, and we found the value of TE equal to under root of MB square plus MT square. Next point is ASME code for shaft design. We know that the code which is widely used for the design of shaft is based on maximum shear stress theory, is called as ASME code. and this maximum shear stress induced in solid shaft subjected to the fatigue loading of combined torsional and bending moment is given by, we know that the given equation is tau max equal to 16T upon pi d cube, where T is nothing but equivalent torque equal to under root of Kb mt square bracket square plus Kt into mt bracket square. Here Te is nothing but equivalent torsional moment in terms of Newton mm. Kb is nothing but combined shock and fatigue factor applied to bending moment, and Kt is nothing but combined shock and fatigue factor applied for torsional moment. So again we know that maximum shear stress tau max, again you put value of tau max equal to 16 upon pi d cube under root of Kb into mb square plus Kt into mt square, because we have equation tau max equal to 16 Te upon pi d cube, where Te is nothing but, as we already discussed, Te is nothing but equivalent torque and having formula is under root of mb square plus mt square, and here Kb and Kt are the combined shock and fatigue factor for bending moment and torsional moment respectively. So again there are some standard values for Kb and Kt are, for Kb it is 1.5 to 3 and for Kt it is 1 to 3. To take these values to calculate diameter of shaft. Next next point is for hollow shaft. So up till now we discuss about solid shaft. Next for hollow shaft the conditions are, we know that for hollow shaft there are two diameters, inner diameter and outer diameter of shaft, and here C is nothing but diameter of ratio, that is inner diameter upon outer diameter. So here we know that maximum shear stress tau max equal to 16 Te upon pi d cube in terms of solid shaft, but here for hollow shaft the equation is 16 Te upon pi do, means outer diameter cube in bracket 1 minus C raised to 4, where C is nothing but diameter ratio and it is defined as the ratio of inner diameter to the outer diameters. We know that here Te means equivalent torque, again value of equation of Te is Kb under root of Kb into mb bracket square plus Kt into mt bracket square. Again we put the value of Te into tau max equation, we got equation as tau max equal to 16 upon pi outer diameter cube in bracket 1 minus C raised to 4 under bracket into bracket Kb mb square plus Kt mt square. So by using this equation you can find the value of inner and outer diameter of hollow shaft. Next point is, according to this code, means according to ASME code, we have some conditions for permissible shear stress, means without keyway in the shaft we are having condition that is tau max equal to 0.30 SYT and tau max equal to 0.18 SUT. SYT means yield strength, tensile yield strength, SUT means ultimate tensile strength. Whichever is minimum, means we can find the value of tau max by using these two conditions, and can take the value for tau max for further calculation as minimum value from these two. The next condition is again permissible shear stress but for with keyway. We know that tau max equal to, here condition is 0.75 into 0.30 SYT and 0.75 into 0.18 SUT. That means whichever is minimum, means from this you can proceed for next calculation by taking minimum value from to calculate from this tau max equations. Next point is design of shaft based on torsional rigidity basis. This is second type of design of shaft. First type is design of shaft based on strength. We already discussed about how to design a shaft based on strength. Second point is design of shaft based on torsional rigidity basis. We know that a transmission shaft is said to be rigid on the basis of torsional rigidity if does not twist too much under the action of an external torque, or in another way, a transmission shaft is said to be rigid on the basis of lateral rigidity if it does not deflect too much under the action of external forces and bending moment. This is called as torsional rigidity, that is the design of shaft. Then we have one torsional equation. We know that mt torsional moment upon J, polar moment of inertia, is equal to G, which is nothing but modulus of rigidity into theta r, that is deflections, upon L is nothing but length of shaft. So we just rearrange this equation, theta r equal to mt into L upon J into G, that is mt is nothing but twisting moment or torsional moment, or which is also called as torque in terms of Newton mm. L is nothing but length of shaft, J is nothing but polar moment of inertia in terms of mm square, and G is nothing but modulus of rigidity in terms of Newton per mm square. Next step, we have to just convert this theta r from radians into degrees. How to convert radians into degrees? Just multiply 180 by pi into theta r. You can convert this in terms of theta as 180 upon pi into mtl upon J into Z. That is our equation first for design of shaft based on torsional rigidity basis. Then next, here where theta equal to angle of twist, that is in terms of degree. So there are again two conditions are there for solid shaft. We know that polar moment of inertia is equal to pi by 32 d raised to 4, that is our second equation. We just combine this equation 1 and 2, we get theta equal to 180 by pi into mtl upon pi by 32 d raised to 4 into G. It means we just evaluate this equation by rearranging the given equation. We can get theta deflection is equal to 584 into mt into L upon G into d raised to 4. That is our equation number 3. Again for hollow shaft, we know that polar moment of inertia J equal to pi by 32 do raised to 4 minus di raised to 4. Here di and do are inner and outer diameter of shaft. We know that C equal to ratio of inner diameter to the outer diameter. So by just rearranging the given equation, we can get polar moment of inertia J equal to pi by 32 d raised to 4 into bracket 1 minus c raised to 4. That is our equation number 4. So from equation number 1 and 4, we can again find the equation for theta deflection equal to 180 by pi into, put equation number 4 into equation number 1, mtl upon pi by 32 d raised to 4 in bracket 1 minus c raised to 4 into G, and by rearranging the given equation for hollow shaft, we get the equation for deflection theta equal to 584 mtl upon G do raised to 4 into bracket 1 minus c raised to 4. So this all is about how to design a shaft based on rigidity basis. Again in previous lecture we have already discussed about how to design a shaft on strength, and second important criteria is to design a shaft is design of shaft based on rigidity basis. Thank you.